It's cool.
What's good, you guys? It's your boy Shabazz.
Your boy
That's
Nutty Baps, man.
me, the Baptiste bros. Man, stop playing with him. Stop playing with this. Stop playing. Me too. Teams gotta decide what trajectory they want to be on. The mishaps from week one. If you lost, can you make those adjustments week two? If you won week one, can you keep it consistent, keep the train moving? We're gonna find out. We're gonna predict every single game. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Subscribe. Be a part of the family. Family. We Vin Diesel like Fast and Interference. Family. Real quick, underrated piece of news. R.I.P. James Earl Jones, man.
Yeah, he passed away 2 days ago, man.
Simba. That's a Simba. That's
No,
Mufasa.
Mufasa, right?
Mufasa.
Darth Vader as well. Like,
True. Iconic actor. God bless him. God bless his family. Praying they go through this time as easy as possible. But enough of the same stuff, It's week two. Yeah, I got aim at the can. It's week two. I'm standing up today. I can be more animated. Get focused. Before all that, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. We might have a guest pull up if he's free. He said he might be busy, so if he can slide, it'll be great. He's a familiar face. I ain't gonna say who it is, but he's a familiar face. Who the big three? We the big three. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And let's get right. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, Bills. First Thursday night on Amazon Prime. Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins at home, favored by 2.5. Natty Bats. Who do you have?
man, I was listening to the first things first today, right? And they mentioned something that's like I didn't think about before. I was thinking about the games I was listening to Nick Wright and Chris Broussard. And I was like, damn, Tua is like 1-8 against the Dolphins, so against the Bills. Like he can't beat Buffalo. Like the Bills have won the division 4 straight years. And something that's underrated is that like last year, week 3, right? Dolphins hang a 70 burger on the Broncos, right? The week after, they go to Buffalo. And what happened? Got punched in the mouth, belt to ass, and got cooked. Then, last game of the season, the difference between hosting Pittsburgh or no, you'll be hosting because the way tiebreakers happened, you'll be hosting the Bills again the week after at home, or going to Kansas City. And there was a tight contest and a punt return touchdown, and 2 of those interception, and boom, Dolphins lose again. And the Bills, who were dead to rights all season, sneak up and win the division on you. Until I see it, bro, I'm going with Buffalo. Until I see. Now, here's the thing. Here's something to keep in mind for both teams. Short week, tough, gritty wins from both teams. Mostert for the Dolphins is already out, ruled out. He's not playing. And Devon Achane's also battling an injury as well. He might not play as well. So you have Tua. Cool. What's good, gang? Good Eagles win last week. Good win, man. Won me some money last week. But regardless, though, the Dolphins battling injuries. Yes, they still have Tyreek. Them being at home is a plus because they were at home last week. They don't have to travel. There's no commute to Buffalo. It's at their home crib. Also, using the Tyreek Hill situation as motivation could also be a great thing. Josh Allen is dealing with a wrist injury. He tried to be Superman and try to dunk on Buda Baker. He's also dealing with the injury. You know what? Matter of fact, switching. I'm going with Miami, man. I'm going with Miami. The Dolphins have a better offense than the Bills have a better defense. Like the offense of Miami will score against Buffalo. Can the Buffalo Bills offense shout and make things happen against the Dolphins defense who are opportunistic? I say no. I'm gonna go a field goal game, so I have the Dolphins covering. So I have Dolphins winning by 3, and it's gonna be one of the good games. Hopefully, because primetime games, except Monday night notwithstanding, have been excellent. The standalone games have been fantastic. Last Thursday was fantastic. Friday in Brazil was cool. Shout out to Elko. And Sunday night was an overtime thriller that I fell asleep watching. Not because it was bad, but because it was getting late. But regardless, though, Monday night notwithstanding, I think the primetime games keep going. I think the Dolphins sneak out a win, man.
Okay. All right. I'm rolling with you, man. This is the kind of stuff that happens on the fly here at the Baptiste, bro. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. You know, because Matthew was adamant that the Bills going to win. You know what I'm saying? Where he flipped after he realized. I think Jordan Poyer revenge game. You know what I'm saying?
He's on the Dolphins now. I didn't even know that.
Free agency. I had to look it up. That's why I was on my phone just. I was like, what? I feel like I seen something about Jordan Poyer being on Miami. Yo, I'm going. If it was at Buffalo, trust I would go with Buffalo, but it's at Miami. Granted, it's not like peak 1 o'clock time where it's the hottest. So I'm not saying the weather. I'm not saying all that, but I think the defense of Buffalo, they lost a lot. Like you let Arizona hang around, you let Arizona take the lead. Miami's a team. If they have the lead on you, they will definitely keep on pressing until it hurts. Like Arizona, like they kind of put like they took their foot off the gas a little bit. They got too comfortable. Miami knows, like, hey, they know what the narratives are that, like you mentioned, two was like he doesn't beat Buffalo. Josh Allen runs that division. Like, oh, they hear it all. They hear it all. It's now the time. It's a new day. It's a new season. Keep that momentum going and go 2-0, and with a divisional win on top of it. So I'm rolling with Miami. I got them covering the spread too, 2.5. Maybe it's tied up. It's kind of maybe like Jacksonville where it's tied up and they went on a last second field goal. That counts. You feel me? So I got them winning the 2.5.
Real quick, Tua is 1-6 officially. I just looked it up. He's 1-6 against Buffalo in his career.
Tragic.
Hopefully, going 2-6 this weekend.
Saints, Cowboys.
There's like 10 games, by the way, at the 1 o'clock slate. Red Zone gonna be feasting the 1 o'clock.
What's 10? So Octo's 8, 9 is like the whatever. 10 is
Deca, I think.
The Deca box. Now, Saints, Cowboys, right? If we were pretty sure we were talking about it, if the Saints could pull this off, nobody could tell Natural anything. To beat the Dallas Cowboys on the road is a very tall task that not a lot of teams can do, especially in a regular season. This is their home opener. I think the juice is going to be there. The energy is going to be there. They did lose Jake Ferguson for a little bit, which does concern me. Veterans on the Saints defense can definitely keep it close. So me personally, I'm sorry, Natural. I'm going with Dallas. I do have you guys. If you are a spreading person, I do have the Saints keeping it close. But for me, my bet I made for this game was the Cowboys money line with the over. I do think this will be a high scoring game, especially at Dallas because they definitely like to flaunt at home. I think they scored it like 30 something a game at home. So keep that momentum going. I think unfortunately the Saints do lose, but they do keep it close.
Amen. Amen. Say amen. You know where we going, man. I don't care if I'm wrong on this pick. Saints money line, straight up. But Saints definitely will cover. Here's what was, I can't say damaging, but here's what I'll just keep this in mind. Just gonna keep this in mind in the ether. Michael Parsons is a great pass rusher. He's not a good run stopper. Cowboys, when the rubber meets the road and you can bully them and have a good offensive line that wants to run the ball and set play action from the run, they can be got. Think about it. Green Bay Packers last year in the playoffs ran the ball effectively with Aaron Jones. Say, yeah, oh cool, Saints win. Let's fucking go. Facts. But Packers, playoff game, ran the ball effectively, couldn't stop the run. They keep losing to the Niners. Why? Because they can't stop the run. And what happens with the run? It sets up the pass, right? We have a fantastic, and again, albeit, and I have to get the caveat, we did play the lowly Panthers week one. I gotta say that all the great things I'm about to mention about the Saints offensive line didn't give up a sack at all. We ran the ball effectively for like over 100 yards as a team for like the first time in that long. Derek Carr, no turnovers, 3 touchdowns passing, 200 something yards. Looked good. He already had like 4 incompletions and 3 touchdowns. He balled, right? So it's one of those things where I need they can get passed on. Trayvon Diggs he's an interception getter, but he gets beaten a lot in terms of secondary play. They don't have anybody in the secondary outside of Trayvon Diggs. They are a front seven that is formidable, especially if it's late. Like if let's say for example it's 17-3 and you're having to pass the ball and you can't be on script. The Cowboys front seven do get after the passer. They sacked Deshaun Watson 6 times last week. Damn, I know, right? And the Browns are considerably having a good offensive line. But Deshaun Watson's so bad. Like he's like bottom 10 quarterback right now. Derek Carr is serviceable, and a lot of people love Clint Kubiak. His system of motion, get the playmakers the ball and confuse the defense. Week two, let's see what happens. I got the Saints winning. I'm biased, of course, but I definitely think we cover the spread. And yeah, Bryce throwing a pick the first play of his season was definitely tragic. And I haven't even mentioned our defense had like 3 sacks, 2 picks, a block punt, a couple of like a fumble recovery. Like our defense is going to be legit, and the Cowboys can't run the ball. So they're forcing Dak Prescott, who's a great quarterback, good to great, to pass the ball to just CeeDee Lamb. They don't have any really weapons outside of that. They can't run the ball. So Chase Young had the second most pressures of anybody last week. Hopefully he gets a sack and gets in there. Alontae Taylor is tied for second with 3 sacks with DeMarcus Lawrence. So give me the Saints to win. I don't hate the over. I don't hate the over, but I'm not betting it. I'm just getting Saints money line and Saints 6.5. Let's shock the world and let's show that we are a force to be reckoned with. Boom, baby.
Okay.
Also, pray for New Orleans. There's a Category 2 hurricane that's going through New Orleans right now. No one's like hurt or anything like that, but the city of New Orleans is going through a hurricane again. It's hurricane season. That's what it is. So, Category 2 is not elevating it. It's just heavy rain right now. So, pray for New Orleans. They'll be fine. Just the players are fine. They're home and they're making it happen. So, just wants to throw that out there. That's again no more motivation, bro. More motivation to lock in. Bucks at Lions. The Bucks at Detroit. Lions are favored by 7 points.
That's a lot of points. That's a touchdown.
Now it's actually 7.5 now. It's 7.5 now. I'm going with Detroit. I think
to cover 2 or just to win.
If I have to pick, I would just straight win. The playoff game in the divisional round was close. Yeah, the score got a little bit of inflated because last garbage time touchdown for the Lions. But the Bucks had a chance. They were in that game the entire time. Here's something underrated that you probably didn't pick up on. Four
Bucks DBs went crazy.
4 players in the Bucks secondary went out. And you have to guard fast-ass Jameson Williams, my favorite receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jared Goff in a dome still, not outside. Go give me Detroit every single time. If I have to, again, Baker Mayfield had a great game, and I will say the Lions secondary still suspect, still have a lot to prove. But Aiden Hutchinson versus Tristan Wirfs is the matchup to watch.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a few wins and makes some game-changing plays, kind of like a la TJ Watt type beat. And I think the Lions just straight up win. I'm not saying that they cover. I'm not saying anything like that. Give me the Lions to win at home against the Buccaneers.
All right, so my bet for this is initially you could combo with Lions money line with the over. My bet was actually for Tampa not to upset but to cover the spread. I do have Lions winning I think the fact that the Bucks, like you just mentioned, I was gonna mention it too. If you ain't mention it, the lack of DBs, that's a tall task, and it's gonna be a shootout because, like again, you mentioned it as well. The Lions' defense still shaky. They like Cooper Cup carved them up for a buck. I think Mike Evans, he's gonna grab a tutty. I might put that in a parlay, and Baker Mayfield's gonna continue to show like he's arrived, officially arrived. And being a marquee team like the Lions, granted it's a congested 1 o'clock window, but that's definitely one of the key matchups. I got the Lions winning, but I do think that the Bucks do cover the spread, and that's actually my bet for the week for this game. Browns Jags, a terrible game. This is a terrible game. Now, if the Browns had shown a little some last week, if they had lost to Dallas but kept it close, I'm like, all right, that's fine. But it did not look, or all phases of the football did not look good. Oh, it's -3 now?
Yeah.
It's -3. I'm going with the Jags, man. One straight money line. I I don't care how they do it. I just think they do it. I think they realize that they have the potential to be great. Brian Thomas Jr., the kid from LSU, I like him a lot. I like him a lot. And but it just Deshaun, man, I hate what's happening to him. But hey, man, you doing it on yourself. Like you had all off season to get healthy, to get right. You got Amari Cooper, who's still one of the best route runners in the game. Like no matter who, like the Browns system, they can always tune out a running back. You know, like, Nick Chubb is great. He's awesome, but like, come on, like you can do more. Jerome Ford is a solid back. Your defense is amazing on paper. It's about time they start putting the work in. Just not this game. The fact that it's at Jacksonville, and I said it last year, weird stuff happens all the time in Duval, man. Like a team might come in with a false sense of security, false sense of confidence, and then they go to Duval, and I don't know, they end up losing and or end up being closer than everyone expects. Trust me when I say it's going. The Jags are going to win this game off of some weird thing happening. And Travis Etienne, my brother, hold on to the rock, and you'll be fine. So let's go Jacksonville. Bounce back because you guys should have won last week against Miami. Just let it go, but don't let it snowball because Houston's there, Indy is there. Like Tennessee might be sneaky. We'll see. You need these wins when you can. So try your hardest. Good luck, the Jags.
So I'm going with Jacksonville as well. Yes, the Browns defense got carved up by Dallas. Not a lot of defenses can stop Dallas, especially when your offense just is putrid. Um, Again, we're not going to talk about Deshaun Watson off the field. We're talking about on the field. He's not a good quarterback right now. Mentally, physically, something's wrong. I said this before. I said this week one. I'm like, yo, his shoulder probably is not 100%. Put in Jameis, bro. If they had Jameis, I
Oh, is
get
there, Jameis? Bro,
like he might have thrown some picks. Yeah. But Deshaun Watson threw picks anyway. So you get high risk, high reward with Jameis, and you're getting high risk, low reward with Deshaun
it's
until
like
he's
in
healthy.
2K.
Exactly. Slightly late, still green type shit. Regardless, though, that's it. I'm going with Jacksonville. Jacksonville, for all intents and purposes, for 3 quarters, dominated the Dolphins. For 3 quarters, they were up 17-3, and was going to go up 24-3 if Javon Holland doesn't punch the ball out. And then obviously the rest is history. Dolphins use that in momentum and lock the fuck in and go win off a field goal. But they were dominating the game, and Brian Thomas and Trevor Lawrence are gonna have a good connection going forward. I'm not saying the over because again the Browns offense is so bad, but I'm gonna say I just say the Jags definitely win. I'm not saying cover. I don't really care about this game in terms of the spread. Just give me the Jags to win straight up. Boom. A sneaky game where both teams faced New York offenses that didn't do anything. So you have a Vikings defense that won 28-6, that got a pick six. Justin Jefferson scored. It was awesome. Sam Darnold looked like actual, like, oh my God, you were a top three pick in the draft 7 years ago. Like, you finally matured and like a butterfly sprouted. And you have the Niners that are almost perfect at everything and didn't have to really flex their muscles much. I'm gonna go with the Vikings to cover.
Oh, okay.
Monday Night Football last year, the Vikings were like 0-4.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Football hosted the Niners, and this was Brock Purdy's like first bad game of that season. I don't know what it is about it's Brian Flores and the Vikings defense, man. I don't know if this is there's a blip in the radar, but I like what I see. I like what I see from Minnesota. I wrote them off. I said they're not winning the division. They're not winning in 5 games. And maybe it's because again, week one you play a sorry team like the Giants. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, New York. I know I'm straight out of Brooklyn type shit. But hey, still the Giants are. I call it like I see it. The Giants are a bad team, a bad offense. So give me. I got the Niners to win,
Mm.
but I think the Vikings keep it close. So I have the Vikings plus 6.5. Book it.
Look,
Book it.
so I was at, I ain't gonna say I'm at work. I'm like, damn, we got the show tonight. I'm looking at the spreads. I'm like, damn. I see Vikings 6.5. I'm like, that's a big number for an offense that can drop 30. With Justin Jefferson going for like a $1.50. The recipe is simple. You gotta punch San Fran in the mouth early if you're gonna win the game. Aaron Jones, because they can't stop the run for real. They really can't. So Aaron Jones, I expect them to have a game. And then obviously they don't have a They don't have a corner a cover. They don't have a corner that could cover Justin Jefferson. They have a scheme. They have great linebacker play, but they don't have an individual corner like a Sauce, Pastor Tang, Jalen, whatever that can guard Justin Jefferson 1-on-1. I do agree that the Vikings keep it close. My bet was for the 49ers to win and the over. I do think this will be a high scoring game. I don't know what the over is, but I put those two in a single parlay.
45.5. 45.5.
That's easy because the 49ers they scored on 8 straight possessions against the Jets defense. I can only imagine what they're gonna do against the Vikings defense. I think they're gonna end up by probably dropping 30, and it might be like 30-24, which goes into the 6.5. So if you want to go with the Vikings 6.5, you can. I parlayed 49ers money line with the over. I do have the 49ers winning the game. Chargers, Panthers. This is my survivor pick of the week. One of them, I think Panthers is going to be the worst team in the league. It's not going to be the Patriots because they just won.
They just got
I do think now the 1 o'clock West Coast team going to the East Coast, that is a thing. And it's a huge thing. So there's an area of concern. It is in that. Because the win-loss ratio is not in the favor of the West Coast team. But the East Coast team is trash. So I think Bryce Young struggles. I do think return of the Mac. Make some plays. I think they just run the ball. I mean, this game is going to go very fast. The clock is going to just eat out. This if there was an over under on what game goes in the halftime first, it's definitely this one because both teams are just going to try to run the ball, and Justin Herbert's going to make plays when he can, when he needs to. Give me the Chargers, and I think I said that I'd put the 6.5 because I don't think. When I did it, it was 6.5. So when it's 5.5 now. So when I did it was 6.5. I think they win by more than a touchdown. So
you're definitely correct on the game is going to be super fast. Panthers can't stop the run, and what does Jim Harbaugh want to do? Establish the run. Chargers have a nickname for Joe Alt. It's Joe Alt Delete. So like Control Alt Delete. Like Joe Alt Delete. Fire ass name. Love it. Again, he's gonna be all pro for 5 years. Like he's gonna be again nothing. You, this is what I love about the Chargers, and they took the alternate approach because what Cincinnati could have done was drafted Penei Sewell.
We talked about it yesterday. Yeah.
Talked about it yesterday. Could have drafted Penei Sewell, had a fantastic offensive line, protect your asset in Joe Burrow. But instead, they decided to go get Jamar Chase and use a 2 to 3 year window to try to win a Super Bowl. They got to a Super Bowl, they got to a couple AFC title games, but after that, they were nothing's from there. Meanwhile, the Chargers, who are perpetually bad, or at least like a fluttering organization with the bad coach and Brandon Staley, we talked about him and his mishaps. They said, you know what, we're going to build in the trenches. We're going to get Rashawn Slater. They drafted Joe Alt. And yes, the weapons do leave a lot to be desired, but the NFL guys, the NFL caliber guys, and J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are going to run roughshod on the Panthers' defense rather, and offensively, Bryce Young versus Khalil Mack, bro, Joey Bosa, come on now, Derwin James, come on now, like come on now. Also, do you know the ticket price for this game? The
It's like $1.80, right?
$25.
Come on now.
So you can go to see an actual NFL game for 25 cash, bro. If you were in Charlotte. Meanwhile, the most expensive ticket is a Dallas game, Dallas Saints at 2 grand a pop. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Panthers are a bad organization until they fire, um, until they get rid of David Tepper, the owner. They're going to be continually a bad organization. I got the Chargers to win. I Sneaky things happen when an East Coast team goes to a West Coast goes to the East Coast. So I'm gonna try to stay away from them for my Survivor, but I wouldn't be surprised if like 20% of 20% of like the pool has the Chargers winning. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Uh, Two teams that also won week one. We got the Seahawks and Patriots. Surprisingly, Patriots, and another team going from West Coast to East Coast at a 1 o'clock start. I'm I'm gonna do it. Upset alert. Give me the Patriots, bro. Give me New England. Give me New England plus 3.5. And also, again, straight up to win. You heard it here first at 8:58. Patriots will win the game. Couple reasons we already talked about it. Again, West Coast team going East Coast, not really great. Two, defense wins championships. The Seahawks definitely were opportunistic last week against the Broncos, but they did get it was a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. Jacoby Brissett has seen things, has done these things in the league, and yes, the offense does leave a lot to be desired. But Ramondre Stevenson will be great against the Seahawks front. Also, Geno Smith having back-to-back good games. Nah, his first he threw a pick as well. So like he didn't have
Okay,
a he didn't have a
two
he didn't
safeties. It
he
was
didn't have a clean game. It was just because they played the lowly Broncos that's why they won the game. But I think the Patriots. I don't know something about them, man. I know maybe it's Gerard Mayo, maybe because they played the Bengals week one, but I think they got something. They're gonna have a bad season. They're gonna not go make the playoffs, but they're gonna establish an identity and establish a culture of we're gonna play good defense. We're gonna keep the clock. We're gonna keep the clock running. We're gonna play ball control. I got the Patriots eking out a victory, man. But if they don't win, they'll definitely cover.
bro.
Oh, and the under is 37.5. Yeah, I would definitely bet the under in this game.
So, bro, wait again. This is another at work situation. I'm I'm on my phone looking at the spread. I'm like, yo, do I want to do it? Do I want to pull the trigger? But I'm like, yo, I'm not. I'm not pulling the trigger on this one. I got the Seahawks coming. I got the Seahawks going to the East Coast, 1 o'clock game, and making because their defense is vastly better than Cincinnati's defense. Right? They have playmakers on that side with a good to great defensive mind in Mike McDonald. offensively, Geno's not hurt. And they don't, besides Christian Gonzalez, they don't have cover. Again, you going to guard DK, JSN, or Tyler Lockett. What are you going to do? It's going to be a very difficult game for Kenneth Walker. If he plays, because he didn't practice day with a week, he'll probably play. I got the Seattle Seahawks going to New England and winning that game.
Where?
Now, will they cover the spread? I don't care. I just said money line because I didn't care.
Come on now.
Ravens
are one of my survivor picks.
This. I'm not even gonna say much. You feel me?
Bro.
No, yeah. I ain't gonna say much. All I'm gonna say, I think the glass a little bit. All I'm gonna say, bro. As a fact, give Derrick Henry the rock. Give him the rock, man. Give him the rock. The Raiders got gashed up by the Chargers. Besides Joel and Rashawn Slater, they have no offensive line. Our offensive line is on the same level, if not better, than the Chargers. Let's run it early. Let's run it often. Let's get in there. Well, we're home. Our home opener, we're not losing at home. We are not losing at home. Definitely a look away spot, potential, because we play Dallas next week. But nah, we're not having that. All right? So, Baltimore, you better shake the fuck up. We lost we talked about it in nauseum yesterday. They were dragging Lamar through the mud. Whatever. That happened. We'll see them again. We'll worry about the Raiders. Let's lock in on all sides. Defense, communicate, execute. Offense, communicate, execute. Let's go home and let's catch a dub. Go 1-1 and blow these motherfuckers out. Would I have the -9.5? That number's too high for me. I'll tease it down. I could do it. You could do a 6-point teaser and tease that shit down, which is I low key might do that.
Sounds good.
But we winning this game. Fuck what you talking about,
bro? So this is a potential look ahead spot, but that's only if you guys would have beat Kansas City, then I would have said, okay, look ahead spot. You got Dallas next week, potential Super Bowl preview type shit. But because you lost week 1, and the way you lost, knowing that you didn't really establish the run, you couldn't get Derrick Henry involved, Lamar Jackson trying to be Superman and running, actually trying to truck niggas and shit like that. And I think having 10 days rest to get healthy and get actual treatment for everything that's going on, that's just a bad spot. It's a bad spot. But Antonio Pierce, I will say this, thrives on upsetting these teams when they have big spreads like this. Christmas, obviously, notwithstanding, you had the 63-7 blowout against the Chargers. Thursday Night Football, a couple like week 15-ish. So I got the Ravens to win. They're one of my survivors. If I lose off of the Ravens, Renault, you took off your glass. I'm taking off my glass. I lose off if I lose one of my survivor picks because of the fucking Ravens, my nigga. Because the Ravens, my nigga. We gonna have to bomb. We gonna have some problems. But it ain't gonna come to that. It ain't gonna come to that. Because Ravens gonna take care of business. Win by 2 touchdowns. Belt to ass, bro. Do what the Saints did to the Panthers last week. Belt to ass. Go up 30-0 at the halftime, and then let's ride out. Just be chilling. Okay, when they turn into the red zone, it's Lamar Jackson scurrying into the end zone again, or Derrick Henry running for like 250 or some shit like that. Boom, let's make it happen. Colts, Packers. Packers are underdogs at home because Jordan Love is not playing. If he was playing, I would probably go with the Packers. I'm going with AR5, man. Anthony Richardson. Richardson. I think the Colts win straight up. I'm not touching the spread in this game because something about anytime the Colts play, bro, the spread's like 3.5. They'll find a way to lose by 2 type shit. If they're favored, they'll find a way to win by 1 point. Like I remember the Browns and Colts played last year, and the spread was like Browns -1.5, and they ended up winning by 1 point type. It's like I'm not touching the spread when it comes to Colts games. I'm not. I'm not doing it. Do I like the over? I do. That's something I will bet. I'll bet the over and the Packers, both of them, and see what that shakes out. But I think the Colts defense can get gashed against the run, and Josh Jacobs can have a good day, great day actually. But the Packers secondary still sucks. Still sucks.
And
And
they got Xavier McKinney, yo.
I was just naming people that they added, Shabazz. I'm
He
not
ended up
saying
catching a pick. He caught a pick. He caught a pick.
he got a
And
pick exactly. So they got Xavier McKinney, hell yeah. But the Colts don't got a Saquon. Colts don't got a Saquon. So
they got Jonathan Taylor's, huh?
you got JT, who's a dog. So I'm gonna go with JT to go crazy against the Packers and make it happen. I think the Colts win straight up.
Give me the Colts, man. Give me the Colts. Hold it down. -3. Well, when I bet it was -3. The line moved. When I bet it was -3. So give me the Colts.
Still -3.
Oh, it's 3.5 here.
You made it yesterday.
Yeah, so it dropped from 3.5 to 3. So give me the Colts. -3. Anthony Richardson. That's my boy. Let's go. I might get his jersey. That might be my jersey this year. I ain't gonna lie.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't get it with you at Indy because Indy gonna drag up the prices here. So how about make it happen. Jets Titans. Man, for Lucy's sake, they better not lose.
They better not lose.
Because my bet looking better and better with this nigga.
So the Jets off a short week have to go to Nashville after coming from San Francisco. They got to travel to Nashville. Then they're home for the Patriots. So it's like, all right. I got the Jets winning this game. Covering the 3.5. Because Will Levis is poop. He's so poop.
Oh, before you continue, sorry, one more thing about the Packers game. Yeah, if Jordan Love's not playing, it's Malik Willis.
Oh, yeah, GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat. Give me the Colts. That's what you said. I was like, yeah, Will Levis. Oh, shit, yeah, Will Levis. Boom. Sorry, go ahead. Consider.
Will Levis is poop. But the defense is pretty solid. The slogan of last year, which will be pretty much the slogan of this year. If not now, then when? Aaron Rodgers. If not now, then when? This is not a prime time spot. This is not a high level game. There is all the pressure that comes with a standalone game, though, because you go 0-2, then the noise just gets louder and louder and louder. Will you be that guy? Do you have that dog in you? I believe you do. Will you look on the right side of the field and not just focus on check down to Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson, who will probably be locked down by L'Jarius Sneed? Will you look in other directions, my brother, and spread the ball around? I think you will. I hope you will. For Moosey and Jason's sakes, I'm going with the Jets. Win, cover the spread. Now I ain't gonna book it. I put the dollar on it, but sure.
So I disagree. Now, did I make a parlay with the FID? Of course I did, because FID, friends in distress, baby. So for that parlay, so we're gonna talk about it later, But in my heart of hearts, who do I have winning? I got the Titans winning. I think the Titans played a good game in the first half against the Bears. They ran the ball effectively. Will Levis didn't do anything stupid. And Tony Pollard looked like old Tony Pollard, like looked refreshed and looked healthy. The Jets, yes, again, the Niners have a fantastic run scheme, but Jordan Mason ran for like $120, $130 type shit. Like he went crazy on the ground. So is it with the realm of possibility that the Jets just can't stop the run? That's in the possible. That's a possibility. It's a possibility to say that. In addition to that, that Jets offense is so freaking predictable, and the Titans defense. Yes, it's Caleb Williams was his first start, but DJ Moore is great. Didn't really get going. They couldn't really run the ball, so Brace Hall might not get going. I'm thinking that Jeffrey Simmons is going to abuse that offensive line for the Jets because they didn't really improve it at all this offseason. The Jerry Sneed and Garrett Wilson is a sneaky, fantastic matchup, and Calvin Ridley versus Sauce Gardner. Yes, Sauce Gardner is better, but that's also a sneaky good matchup. So I got the Titans, man. I think the Titans win their home opener, man. That's if I had to pick a prop that I love the most, I'd probably go with. I don't have a prop in mind, but
Tony
I
Pollard touchdown.
probably Tony Pollard to score a touchdown. That's probably the only thing I love in this game. Until the Jets and Aaron Rodgers regime show me something, I can't with full confidence bet on them. I can't. Same thing with the Giants and Commanders. Do I have the Commanders? Like, do I have the Giants in that parlay? Of course I do. It's supporting FID, supporting my friends. They're my friends, and I'm gonna stick beside them. But for all confidence, can I say that the Giants are gonna go on the road and beat a rookie? But Brian Dable's coaching for his job potentially. Dan Quinn has that team bought in. Yes, they play the Bucks team and they don't have a defense, and I expect Malik Neighbors to actually have a better game. But I got the Commanders, man. I got the Commanders to win. I love Jaden Daniels. He has to stop taking hits. So that defense for the Giants will keep this game close. They will. That's all I will say on that. But Daniel Jones is so bad. We talked about bad teams and bad players. Daniel Jones is bad. So when it comes to just when it comes to that situation, I don't trust the Giants. And until they show me otherwise, I'm not betting them. I'm not betting them at all. So I'm gonna go with the Commanders, um, just to win, straight up. I'm not betting the 1.5 because the NFC East teams are like this. It gets a little funky. It gets a little crazy. I'm gonna just bet the Commanders to win straight up.
So me, I got the Commanders winning. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Jaden. Sorry, all my Giants fans. You're not winning. You're not. You're not winning this game. Um, it's just I Jaden Daniels showed me a lot. Will he stop running the ball? Probably not. Should he stop? A little bit. Just a little bit. I think that's a prop. Him rushing into a touchdown. I think that's gonna happen as well. Um, but give me the Commanders, man. The win their home opener. Um, and the Giants secondary is not the Bucks secondary. Their D line is similar to the Bucks D line, but I think they can make it way easier to cook. Like Sam Darnold had a great game. I think Terry McLaurin bounces back as well. If you have him in my fantasy, might be inclined to start him, or I just think he does well. I want him to do well. I think the Giants low key might be to consider tanking, but I ain't gonna say that. That's just me talking out my ass. But let's go Commanders, man. I got them covering the spread. 1.5. You could win by 2. I think they do. Giants not really going. They might score touchdowns because Commanders defense isn't good. If Daniel Jones can exploit that, then you might have something. But no, I don't think it's gonna happen. Now, Rams at Cardinals is a surprising game. The Rams are underdogs on the road because they don't have Puka. They lost some offensive linemen. So you can definitely be like, damn, Rams could win though, because they got Stafford, right? The number top 3 in the right size in the freaking Mahomes Mountain. I got the Cardinals, man. I got the Cardinals winning, covering the spread 1.5 is on. They showed me they have the firepower, and they didn't even use Marvin Harrison for if at all. I think he can do great things against that secondary for the Rams. The Rams can't stop the run either. So I expect James Conner to have a good game, Kyler on the ground to have a good game, and I think this will be now. Kyler said some shit today about Marvin Harrison that definitely got me tight a little bit.
Yeah, what did he say?
He was basically like, it's not his job to get Marvin the ball. Like that's like the offensive coordinator. Like I'm not trying to misquote him. So let me get the exact quote. Hold on, stand by.
And as you do that, I'm also going with the Cardinals as well. Um, Rams losing offensive lineman and Puka for 4 weeks is not a great sight. Yes, the Cardinals defense leaves a lot to be desired. I have the over as my one of my favorite bets of the weekend at 49.5. It is a lot in an NFL game, but man, Cardinals leave a lot to be desired on the ground and on the in the air. So Kyron Williams to score anytime, James Conner to score anytime. I think this score more again. But what did you find the quote?
I did. Sometimes the ball goes to him, but that's not my job. I leave that up to OC Drew Petzing.
That's a bad quote. That's a bad
That's a
quote.
bad quote. Bad vibes. But I think he might just be smoking mirrors. He maybe has said it sarcastically. I didn't watch the clip. I just read the clip. So I don't know the tone of phrase that he was saying. But that's still not good. Reading that made me feel like, ugh, like that's, ugh, brother, ugh, like what's that? Like, nah. So, but I do have them still winning this game, despite all that.
Sure, same here. Next, we got Bengals at Chiefs. Again, Bengals week 2, also trash. In Burrowhead, I think the Chiefs, man, getting Xavier Worthy was one of the was like the Infinity Stone Gauntlet type shit. Is what they needed, bro. A difference maker, but anytime they touch the ball, like he has the ball in his hands, can go for 6 every single time. I think the Chiefs win. I think they blow them out, bro. I
Blow them
think
out?
I think they cover 5.5, bro. I think the Chiefs offensive line is the I think the Bengals offensive line is booty cheeks, and I think Chris Jones is gonna have a field day.
Yep.
They don't have anybody that can really cover Xavier Worthy. They don't, and it's still Patrick Mahomes.
And they
Yes,
keep out the run either.
T. Higgins still dealing with his hamstring. No details on him, but he's probably out. Jamar Chase growing more and more impatient as the time goes on. As much as he loves Joe Burrow, he trying to get paid, bro. And it's just it's about you talk about bad vibes, bro. We talk about bad vibes and Cardinals, at least with that quote. Again, we don't know if it was tongue in cheek or whatever, but there's clearly bad vibes. They always start bad every single year. And I think this is like another game where it's like, damn, we can't do anything right. I got the Chiefs 10 days rest, feeling like the Super Bowl champs. They just beat Baltimore in not in a physical game, but like they had 10 days to recover from it. I got Kansas City locking in and blowing out the Bengals, man.
I agree. I have the money line and the over because I think Chiefs is going to just put up a bunch of points. Um, bro, you said everything perfectly. The vibes are not vibing in Cincinnati. They can't stop the run. So Isaiah Pacheco, anytime touchdown, Loki might be a play. We got a lot of anytime touchdowns. We might put all these in a parlay and send it to the friends of the group chat. Uh, Definitely not going to $1. It's a little 10 cent, John. A little 10 cent, John. 10 cent, John. But Chris Jones is going to eat. Pacheco's going to eat. Word is going to eat. Rasheed Rice is going to eat. Everybody's going to eat. Kelsey is going to score. Like, bro, it's a vibe. I think part of me just wants because James Jones said it today, and I wish I pulled up the clip earlier, way in advance for this, but I didn't. Facts. I think James Jones said it right. Joe Burrow, without top tier receivers, is average. I said the same thing yesterday. He don't have a super team. What is he? He's not a riser. He doesn't. He can't put the cape on and carry a team on his back. It happened in LSU. He happened to have Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Kyle Edwards-Helaire, all these other heads. And you went in a great defense and you win a chip. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. You go to the Super Bowl. You beat Mahomes. And then everyone's ringing, oh, he beat Mahomes one time. Like, dude, be fucking for real. So I got the Chiefs winning, and it might get ugly fast. So, but if Bengals upset the Chiefs, sure, that's fine. But I don't see that happening at all. Now, a sneaky good game. It can go one of two ways. Now, it all depends on if Russ is going to start. Me personally, everyone's talking about it. I don't think he should. I think Justin Fields should start. He earned it by winning. Winning cures everything in this league. So if he wins the game, like James Jones said it too, like if he goes 4-0, which is definitely a possibility, like what are you gonna do? You gonna just pull him out and put Russ in? No, like that's not great. That's detrimental to the locker room.
You ride the high hand.
You ride the high hand. You know what I'm saying? Now if he struggles, then you could put Russ in. And that's fine, but give him the opportunity that he earned by being the best ability is availability. He was available. He played. He played well. The stats might not look it. We talked about it yesterday, but hey, he won the game against Atlanta. Going back home to play against the that's hard. It's very difficult, and he did that. But now the Steelers go all the way to Denver to play the Broncos. What travels
Defense in a running game.
in a running game? What do the Steelers want to do? Play defense and run the ball. Bo Nix, sorry. You had to play Seattle week 1, and you had to play the Pittsburgh Steelers week 2 with TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. With the
Thank
terrible
you.
towels, going to be traveling. Give me
Hey,
the Steelers to win and surprisingly be 2-0. Surprisingly be 2-0.
literally, you took so long to mention why the Steelers are going to win this game, bro. It's Bo Nix as a rookie with a suspect offensive line against TJ Watt, who's one of the greatest offensive players that I've ever seen. The defense for the Steelers will literally win this game, and it'll be hilarious. That urinating trees, like the ride never ends. It's Mike Tomlin. They're gonna win 9 games like they always do and make it happen. They're not surprising anybody. Well, you just mentioned it. Defense in a running game. What travels? Defense. Steelers probably have a top 5 defensive unit. Probably top 3. I'm not going to go into the pecking order of defenses, but at the very minimum, top 5. And you're going, yes, on the road, but you're facing a rookie quarterback with
Second start.
with suspect weapons. I love Audric Estime. I love him to death. Domer. But suspect weapons, to say the least. In the second start, that's not a great recipe. Like Bill Belichick was dominant against rookies, so is Mike Tomlin against a rookie quarterback. Like, that's just what it is. Just what happens. So again, gave me the Steelers to win. I'm, I guess by 3, because this would be the type of game that they win by 3 or like a game-winning field goal type shit. But I just got the Steelers to win money line. Now Sunday Night Football on NBC. Caleb Williams and C.J. Stroud duking it out in front of everybody in the world, man. I'll tell you this, got the over.
That part.
I got the over for sure. If I have to pick a winner, bro, if I gotta pick a winner, I'm gonna go with the Bears, man.
This nigga, oh
Go with
my.
the Bears, man. I'm gonna go with the Bears, man.
Hop off this nigga's
It's
beat.
not even him, bro. Trust me. Trust me. It's not. It's not C Dub is the reason. It's not the reason.
C Dub. Oh my
It's
god.
not him as the reason why I'm picking him. Here's the actual reason, right? So 2 things can be true, right? Anthony Richardson is a generational thrower of the football that can launch it 100 yards on the field. That's one thing that can be true. Second thing that can be true is the Texans off a defense is not that great. So they went from playing a solid to above average Tennessee Titans defense to now playing a Texans off a defense that can't stop the pass. Yes, yeah, they got like an interception. C Dub's gonna use his legs and make some plays, whatever. I expect DJ Moore to have a better game than he did last week because he didn't really do much. Defense for Chicago is legit. Is legit. And definitely love them to cover 6.5. ironic that me and Corbett's favorite teams are both on the road and underdogs by 6.5. Um, so that's fun. But I think we both win. And if we don't win, we definitely cover. But the over, love the over, and I'm hammering the over as we speak. You going with the Texans, aren't you?
I'm going with the Texans, bro. Like, come on, son. Come
You
on, son.
faded, you
This is
fading,
for threefold. One, C.J. Stroud, my fantasy quarterback. Two, the hype around the Texans needs to start building, and it needs to be. I'm not saying to cover the spread. I have the money line plus the over. That combination in a single parlay. That's all I got. I do agree with you that it will be a shootout. Um, I agree with your analysis that the Texans defense isn't as good as Tennessee's. That's fair. That is fair. The run defense can be spotty at times, but they can run the ball and will run the ball from what they look like. And the Bears don't have three corners that can cover Take Dell, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs. So I think CJ makes a couple of plays, and Caleb C Dub or whatever his name is, he's played in the bright lights, but prime time in your second start, on the road. That's a lot of expectations for the young buck. I think he crumbles under that pressure, if so slightly. There's chinks in that armor, and the Texans win in a shootout probably. But he definitely throws a pick or two. I might do a pick parlay. And put him as someone to pick. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Monday night, Falcons, Kirko, Bijan, Kyle Pitts, Matt Judon, Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons. Go on the road to Philly. Kirk Cousins in prime time is bad. Kirk Cousins against Philly is bad. Falcons cannot stop the run. They look soft. Saquon is going to eat. I'll keep it short and sweet. Give me Philly to win. And I have the over. I have the over. Now, will it be you feel me? Like, will it be potential see everything that Atlanta has offensively and defensively gel together? Probably. Maybe. Will Philly have the lag of coming back from Brazil? No, because they have a week and 2 extra days. So
Yeah.
I got Philly winning, man, and going 2-0, and I got Saquon going off again. Let's go.
Agreed. There's no real analysis. I don't trust Atlanta. The defense will keep them in this game, but I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I think he's hurt. I think again, you're 36 coming off an Achilles. It's not like again, it's not magic, bro. Again, as much as modern medicine is fantastic, bro, and gets people back from ACL tears in 8 months when it used to take like a year and a half. Achilles is a super sensitive bone, man. It's just not even a bone; it's a muscle. But fair enough. Regardless, it's a sensitive situation. I think I just don't trust Kirk Cousins right now, especially in prime time. Yeah, yeah, that's that by that part. So give me the Eagles to win. I like the over in this game as well because although the Philadelphia Eagles can't stop a nosebleed, I think they can score in bunches. Definitely in bunches. Now, survivor picks, man. So I have 3 picks.
Three
I-
picks.
I'm in 3 leagues. I'm in 2 leagues. One was $100 buy-in, and
Oh,
so both leagues that I'm in were both $100 buy-ins. One gave me 1 pick, and the other one gave me 2 picks. My survivor picks. Baltimore
mm.
is one of them for sure. I know I could save them against Cincinnati. I could save them against. I think you guys play the
We
NFC.
play the Giants. We play the
Could
Broncos.
save them, right? But I wanted, hey, survive, and just don't worry. Hey, I'm gonna make a figure out what the hell I'm doing for the next couple of weeks. But things can change. People get hurt, people get healthy, so on and so forth. My second pick, as much as I hate doing it, because I don't like the team going on the road, I'm I'm either gonna tell Chargers are penciled in for now because the Panthers are that bad and they
Mm-hmm.
can't stop the nosebleed. They can't stop the run. And J.K. Dobbins is gonna go crazy. But would I be shocked that they lost? No, I would not be. So my other potential pick is gonna be the probably Philly.
Mm,
Philly. I love Detroit. I like the Jags. But those swing games, man. If you can get those like the Browns Jags game right, like that saves you a pick down the line, man.
for sure.
If you like, so if you Giants Commanders, if you can get that game right, that's like a safe. Like you can save those good teams for later on in the season. So I'm picking Chargers for now. I'll definitely text you Baz Sunday morning what I decide to change and pick flip to if I decide to. But if I was going to, I'd probably go with the Jags at home against the Cleveland Browns or the Lions at home against the Bucks because yeah, the four corners being out for Tampa Bay is bad vibes or bad news for them.
So my two survivor picks are the Chargers in Baltimore. I just think I in one of my leagues, in all my main leagues, I would have went to Chargers, but I picked the Chargers in one of them last week because like I have two picks in it, so I was like, all right, let me switch it up, because I had the Saints and I had the Chargers, so I was like, all right, I can't pick the Saints again here, but I could pick, I could do this. So was it? Oh, is it Ludan, London,
I think it's
Ludan,
Ludon.
Ludon? You know?
No, I don't. I
I
just
don't know. But
butchered
hey, welcome to the show. Lou Dan said you're tripping. Tampa getting a dub. I'm guessing you from Tampa. Oh, you're a Tampa fan. So I hope so.
Would I be shocked at all if the
No,
Lions lost? I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked at
no.
all. Baker Mayfield, welcome to the big show. He's a good quarterback now. We don't have any beef. Shabazz, hey, if you're new to the channel, you know it's a long story roller coaster ride of emotions with Baker Mayfield and Shabazz. But he's a good quarterback, and the offense will be fine. It's the defense that gives me cause for pause. When you have four players in the secondary all going out, it's a situation where you don't really trust your secondary to get a stop. So I'm probably not gonna pick. Probably gonna not pick the Lions, but ask me on Saturday night after a couple beers watching the UFC fights. Who knows? Who knows, man? But the last thing we got to talk about, of course. So you said you're penciled in, you're penned in.
Yeah, pending for Chargers in Baltimore. Those are my two picks.
Boom. Obviously, to talk about some parlays. We say this all the time, but if you lose, don't blame us. We just two guys. We just be betting $1 here, $2 here, 10 cent here type beat. So if you lose, but please gamble responsibly. But when you win, bless us. We take Cash App, Zelle type shit. Leave a comment down below if you tell these picks. But we have an FID parlay that I place every week because I love my friends and my friends are in distress. Even if I don't pick the team to win during the actual picks, I still make the parlay. So for this week, gotta place it for the culture, right? We got the Saints, Ravens, Jets, Patriots, and Giants, all money line, just straight up to win, no cover, no anything like that. Plus 33.92. So $1 wins you $33. Place that if you will, if you want to support FID in the gang. I only put $1 on it. I wasn't too crazy, too enthused about it. Obviously we love some touchdown props and parlays, but we're not gonna place them today on a Wednesday because something
We
can
know who's
happen.
gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Play, but one thing that I do like, I want to place like an over parlay, just the games I think are gonna go over. So
That's not bad at all.
I think Bills Dolphins tomorrow night goes over. I think Lions Bucks goes over.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. Say it. I'm doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live. That's all we do, man. We're
All
doing
right.
live, man. So I think game tomorrow night, Bills Dolphins goes over.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bucks Lions game goes over.
Okay.
I think the
Niners
Rams
Vikings.
Cardinals. That game seems sketchy.
Okay.
I think the Rams Cardinals game goes over because the Cardinals can't stop a nosebleed.
Okay.
I think the Bears Texans game goes over, and the Falcons Eagles game goes over. So those five overs is $1 to win 25. Put a calm dollar piece on it. We do it live. So
Do
boom,
it live.
dollar payout is $26. So basically it's 25 to 1. We in there. So
We
that's the
gotta do that.
parlay that I place. What's something that you love, Shabazz?
Something that I love. You won't agree, but
Wait, I'll place $1 on it. It's just $1. It's just $1.
all right. So it is a 7 leg plus 5 teaser.
Okay.
All right. So I have the 49ers being teased to 1.5.
Okay.
Chargers being teased to basically it's like negative zero. It's negative 0.5 is basically just to
Two
win.
points. 2 1.
Baltimore being teased down to 3.5. Detroit being teased down to 2.5. Kansas City pretty much just to win. Texans teased down to 1.5, and Philly teased down to 1.5. 10. I put 10 on it. 10 to win 110. So it is a plus 1,000 parlay. You can do $1, take $1 wins you 10, whatever. Right? Is that the math right?
You just teased it +5.
I'll share. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, it's +5, right?
Yeah,
So
plus 5 season. Yeah,
down, yeah, so yeah, it's +1,000. So
plus a
yeah,
thousand.
+1,000, 10 to 1, 10 to 1.
10 to 1 odds. I do 10 on it because I do a teaser a week. Throw 10 on it. So that's my teaser for the week. 100 cash. Hopefully wins. Pull out the 100. Pocket that. And roll with the rest. That's the
Well,
dream.
I'll put $1 on it. I'll put $1 on it. Type beat
I'll
dollar to
take
win
cash.
10. 10
Yeah,
more bets, bro. Right.
but hey man, that's what we got for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining us. Week 2. I'm happy. Football's back. Brings a tear to my eye, man. You know,
Right.
we love doing the show. If you're new, if you are a new commenter, new watcher, welcome to the family. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. Live for the 4 F's in a V: faith, food, family, football, and
Vindication!
we'll see you Tuesday, 8:30 EST. Be there or be there. You have no choice at this point. Welcome to the family. I'm Shabazz. That's Natty Baps.